Welcome to our first session on instructional design models and theories. Over a series of learning sessions, we will discuss the history of instructional design, its models and theories, along with its uses. We will also examine the 30 key instructional design milestones that have proven important in the field of learning. Our journey starts from the beginning of the 20th century and includes the famous Pavlovian conditioning theory and Skinner's operant conditional theory. It continues through the mid-50s, and the first time computers were used in learning environments, the influential problem-based learning inspired by Howard Barrows in the 1960s, David Merrill's component display theory, the cognitive flexibility theory in the late 1980s that aims to develop the learner's ability to comprehend multidimensional situations, and the launch of the authentic learning model in the late 2000s. Each instructional design model and theory presented in these training sessions will be analyzed thoroughly yet concisely and accompanied by real-world examples. Each instructional design model will be carefully researched and evaluated for its value and influence in the instructional design field. My hope is that you will learn about the intriguing aspects of various instructional design theories, examine the dominant personalities that profoundly changed our sector, and gain new insights into our profession. Let's start by discussing 5 instructional design theories for online teaching. These include discovery-based learning, inquiry-based learning, situated cognition theory, elaboration theory, and individualized instruction. Instructional design models and theories serve as a basis for effective online training. They shed light on learning behaviors, sources of motivation, and mental processes. As a result, you have the ability to improve knowledge retention and provide more meaningful online training experiences. But how do you know which instructional design theory is right for your learners? We'll discuss these top 5 theories, and hopefully one of them will come in handy for you. The first, discovery-based learning, was introduced by Jerome Bruner, a noted psychologist. This theory suggests that learners must play a more prominent role in the learning experience. In fact, they are encouraged to ask questions and engage in self-guided exploration. It all starts by identifying the variables, followed by gathering and interpreting the information. Then they must formulate their own hypothesis and draw conclusions based on the data. At this point, they also have the opportunity to reevaluate their assumptions and validate or debunk their original theories. So why is discovery-based learning ideal for the modern learner? Well, discovery is a cornerstone of the modern online training experience. Today's learners should be able to explore the subject matter on their own and look at ideas from multiple angles. Discovery-based learning allows them to take a more proactive and personalized approach to the learning process. The second, inquiry-based learning theory, involves social collaboration and problem solving. It suggests that individuals acquire information by interacting with peers and investigating real-world challenges. They are also encouraged to actively participate in the brainstorming process. Furthermore, inquiry-based learning helps build communication, active listening, and reasoning skills. So why is inquiry-based learning ideal for modern learners? Well, today's learners are looking for training resources that help them solve and resolve real-world quandaries. They also enjoy working with their peers to solve common problems and benefit from one another's experiences. Inquiry-based learning allows them to focus on a pressing question or challenge, then think of new and creative ways to overcome the obstacle with the aid of informal social learning tools. Situated cognition relies on active learning. Learners are encouraged to learn the information in a contextual format. It is commonly paired with the cognitive apprenticeship model, which exposes learners to realistic challenges and situations. The cornerstone of the situated cognition theory is that learners must be able to apply their newfound knowledge and skills outside of the learning environment. As such, e-learning professionals and online instructors must frame each online training activity or course with real-world applications. For example, case studies that illustrate the importance of a regulatory policy, or task-based simulations that give learners the power to explore program-specific software. So why is situated cognition theory ideal for the modern learner? Well, modern learners must be able to put their knowledge into practice. They need practical and relevant online training resources that translate into real-world applications. They require targeted online training experiences that put the information into context. As a result, they are able to use the information they've been given to overcome common challenges. The elaboration theory stipulates that content should be organized and presented in a specific order. Ideally, learners must receive the most rudimentary ideas first, building up to the most complex concepts later on. Elaboration theory consists of three main steps. The first is looking at the complete picture, which sums up the problem or task and emphasizes the relationship between concepts. The second is to examine the first stage of each individual component more closely. And then the final step is to look at the big picture again to see how each piece fits into the puzzle. So why is elaboration theory ideal for the modern learner? Well, elaboration theory breaks complex ideas or tasks into more manageable steps. It also allows learners to see the whole before analyzing each individual component. As such, they are better able to digest the information and recognize the connection between interrelated ideas. This increases knowledge retention and recall, which leads to more effective online learning experiences. Individualized instruction is the basis of the Keller Plan and the personalized system of instruction, which relies on the fact that learners must be able to explore the topic on their own to fully understand the ideas involved. Each lesson, module, or activity should conclude with an assessment that tests their progress and knowledge mastery. These assessments are referred to as unit perfection requirements. Individualized instruction also includes social learning activities to broaden a learner's understanding. So why is individualized instruction ideal for the modern learner? Well, personalized and convenience are essential for modern learners. They require online training resources that are self-paced so that they can focus on their own areas for improvement. Furthermore, they are able to benefit from social learning experiences such as online group collaboration projects. All of this helps to make online learning easily accessible and digestible. This session introduced UTO's training series of sessions on instructional design. We discussed the 5 popular theories for designing courses. These included discovery-based learning, inquiry-based learning, situated cognition theory, elaboration theory, and individualized instruction. Many of these instructional design theories were introduced decades ago, but they still hold relevance in today's fast-paced, tech-centered world. If you choose the right instructional design theory for your learners, you create profound online training courses that meet their needs. Choosing the best instructional design model for your course design can be a challenge. In the next session, we will discuss the 8 tips to choose the best instructional design model for your next course. Thank you for joining us for this session, and I look forward to seeing you in our next session. For questions about this training, you can reach me at christopher.nigel.lee@asu.edu.